welcome to Bridgewater, Massachusetts, Central Square, more specifically as we bring you the annual 4th of July parade. I am John Luck, along with Uncle Sam himself, Jeff Fowler, actually taking a break from riding in the Corvette and joining us here on the broadcast.
Yeah, it's been a while, and it's good to be back on the BTV team. Double duty today, but enjoying it.
I was going to say, you never actually left BTV. But
yeah, still here.
You are a member of the 4th of July committee, and you can watch our video that we did, a ride along through the parade route. That's on Facebook and YouTube. But the 4th of July committee has just done yeoman's work here. Not a lot of people, and the planning started as far back as, September, October of last year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's almost a year-long planning, but we've certainly enjoyed every year. And you look at all the people who are out here today, Mother Nature has given us a little slot, cooperating. And this is really what it's worth. We get the kids out here, they're enjoying themselves. It's good family-friendly entertainment, affordable pricing. The parade's free, and any of the vendors that are here today selling items, we get proceeds from that, and it just starts to get the funding going for next year, and so it's really nice.
Perhaps more importantly, the fireworks, are they still happening tonight?
Fireworks are on, and one thing in Bridgewater is this town's very proud of holding their events on the day of. And if you go back through the years, Veterans Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July, we've had a little bit of weather here and there, but for the most part, Mother Nature has been very cooperative with us. And only year we actually canceled weather-wise, we had tropical storm, the entire state canceled. But other than that, we've been on, and it's been good. We got some friends walking through here. Don't mind them, and enjoying the day. And but yeah, we do try to always do it on the day of. It's also kind of difficult to reschedule all these logistics. So when it's able to happen, we definitely plow through.
Now the parade did leave Harrington Law over at BSU, so it is working its way around here. Should be here in just a little bit. But you talk about the people. I saw chairs getting put out here as early as 8:15 this morning, just outside of our broadcast position here. But we talked about during the ride-along, we're about 4, 5, maybe 6 people deep in some spots here.
They've got a system, they get out early. And we also have a great contingent of folks from surrounding communities. Bridgewater has a wonderful reputation of putting on a great day.
I do have to give some credit looking in the crowd here. A very festive atmosphere. We do have some interesting hats over here. We have some patriotic squid hats I think we
I do see that,
had up on camera just a little bit ago, but just speaks about the festive atmosphere here in Bridgewater. Essentially, the town shuts down for the 4th of July, and it's just great to see everybody kind of put all the problems away even for a day and just come out and have some fun and hang out with about 15,000 people.
Yeah, it's part of a great weekend, a lot of festive events happening. We got Tony Esposito on the beat today. He's on the wireless cam. We also have Al Lacerda helping us out on main camera today. And, of course, Al putting on some great events right next to our studio. He's got one coming up on Saturday with animal, pet-friendly dog version. Bark in the Park. And so, some of the fireworks might not be the friendliest for our feline friends today, but we will be making it up to them on Saturday with a great event down on Spring Street.
All right, so again, we got a bunch of people here, so I think maybe if the microphones reach here, we can go out and actually talk to some people. And I mentioned the squid hats. I mean, they're probably the best hats I've seen so far.
I think so far. Yeah, definitely.
So
I like the theme there.
There's the Tony camera.
There's the Tony cam.
What's going on, guys? Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
So not that means much, but we gave you the award for best hats here at the 4th of July. So congratulations for that. So, quick, what's your favorite part of the 4th of July? Obviously, a fun day, a lot going on here in Bridgewater. What's your favorite part?
Fireworks.
Good call. I like the fireworks. How about you?
Fireworks.
And what's your name?
I'm Gavin Griffin.
Gavin and Griffin. Great hats.
I'm on Team Fireworks, so that's all right.
Very important to be on Team Fireworks.
Yep, absolutely. This parade's not bad, though. I could get used to this.
Yeah, very different when you're not riding around on a Corvette backseat.
That's different. Yep. That's true. I hear the parade, as a matter of fact. I think it's coming.
Yep, we also have the Brass Society playing in the background as well.
Yeah, Bridgewater Brass and Tiffinal, which is a great return this year. And they've been playing the tunes for us, which is awesome.
So I think Tony spotted our next couple of people over here. What are your names?
Sophia. I'm Debbie. I'm Grammy. And this is Baby Claire.
Baby Claire. So favorite part of the 4th of July for you guys, what is it? You guys going to the fireworks tonight?
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a couple of glow sticks here. You can take those with you.
Thank you.
Happy 4th of July, guys.
Same to you.
So again, fireworks seems to be the popular thing here for everybody, and those get shot off around 9:30 or so after some live performances.
Yeah, 9:30 p.m. We'll start the events at 4 o'clock. We got the carnival, Kittyland down at Legion Field, plenty of food as well, and then music playing and fireworks at 9:30.
And again, we're going to mention it throughout the night when we're down at the gazebo. Tickets, probably want to use those by 9 o'clock as the parade is about to come down here with the fire trucks I hear. So
Let's get ready.
we'll scram out of the way as we get ready for the 4th of July parade.
Always a great tradition to have the contingency of our fire departments lead things off with police as well, public safety helping us out today.
And if I counted right, we have about 25 different floats.
Yeah, it's been a great turnout. Organizations are excited to join every year, and they get a lot of assistance also from a lot of our trucking companies. So, they help us out not only blocking the route, but also help out with either being a float or transporting our float, which is nice.
So we're going to step aside for a moment because we can't speak over sirens. We're not that good.
Exactly.
But we'll be back in just a little bit as the parade is underway.
You'll be all right. You're going to go right over.
So at this point, we have a little bit of a break here because nobody wants to be that group that has to park behind the fire trucks.
Very true.
But we had fire trucks from Rainham, East Bridgewater, Whitman, Easton. So it really speaks to the true community effort, especially in southeastern Mass.
It does. We have a great group of neighbors here across the region, and always good to bring us all together and have a chance to enjoy a day like today.
So we have our next few groups coming up here. Going to be joined by the Bridgewater Veterans Council. Step out of the way of the parade route. Of course, we thank the veterans for everything they do and they have done, fighting for our freedom each and every day. And of course, they're spotting out Uncle Sam here along the parade route, a very popular guy,
Always
Jeff
a
Fowler.
good tradition, and Uncle Sam would not be here if it wasn't for a veteran. So it's a win-win all around, and great to see them out today riding in the vehicles.
See Luigi riding in the front seat here, the car right in front of us.
A tradition. American Legion right behind, and right behind them, a couple of members of our 4th of July committee, the folks who put this day on. As a matter of fact, maybe we'll try to catch
There you go. Go ahead, Uncle
Mr.
Sam.
Bridgewater. We're going to try to catch Mr. Bridgewater himself, Mr. Keith Buell,
Hello, Jeff.
who
What a
I know
great day.
we worked it out weather-wise
We
today.
did it. You said it would happen. This is what happens. This is what's great about our town.
Nothing can crush your positive spirit. I think
Here we
that's
go.
what it is.
Best town in Massachusetts.
All right,
Best
enjoy
town.
the parade. How are you? The more of the 4th of July committee here and putting on the days. All right.
Norm Chipman, Nancy Wood riding in that Jeep.
Getting a dry ride today as we enjoy more sounds of the Antiphonal Brass Society behind the crowd here. And of course, John, we get to work with them on Christmas on the Common every year, a great tradition. And they do tour across the region representing the town of Bridgewater and do a fantastic job. And they're actually funded today in part by the Massachusetts Cultural Council, which is a great opportunity for local groups in town. And Bridgewater does have a local chapter of the Cultural Council. They're always looking for members. It's a volunteer effort, but essentially what they do is they seek out state funding that can provide entertainment such as what's going on at the Academy building today. It doesn't cost the residents anything. It's money that's already been set aside. And it provides opportunities for performances such as what we have today. So it's really a great win-win.
And, well, right on cue, we got the rain coming in. So, yeah, why not just stand out here in the rain?
I don't think we'll melt.
You never know. I mean, this hat is pretty old.
Rain and a little bit of hail.
Yep. Luckily, we don't have electronics or anything, but
You know, what's the worst that can happen?
again, we'll charge through because they're in cars. That makes sense.
They are. Well, the electronics on the roof of the truck aren't, but, you know.
No, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to
Well,
it.
It's just like Thanksgiving, folks. Nothing new. Or Veterans Day or
Yep.
any other holiday. Looks like we have the Bridgewater Republican Town Committee braving the elements. Moving forward.
One of their members, Peter Linares, the host of the Republican Forum that you can see on BTV. You can download the episodes on btvaccess.com.
As a happy 4th. We get some more vehicles coming right behind them. As a matter of fact, I see Lisa Bazell Curley's Jeep. Of course, Lisa, the chair of the 4th of July committee, and this
This is the,
effort we put on today.
and you may see a bunch of rubber ducks in the front seat. These rubber ducks, it's kind of like a Easter egg hunt tagging situation.
That's right, yeah,
typically,
great.
if you're in town, they see you driving a Jeep, you'll get a nice friendly duck put on your bumper.
Great effort for the Jeep community to kind of come together. A nice little fun way to enjoy the summer, too.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th. How are you, John Luck?
Good, how are you, Jim?
Well, it is mobbed, and we don't care. The rain is good.
Just what you like to hear.
How are you?
How
Happy
are
4th.
you?
He's the mayor.
Bridgewater Town Council coming up. Brad McKinnon, Mark Lindy, Susie Robinson. I think we got the whole gambit here.
Our police chief, Chris Del Monte, right there, and some of our Mandela fellows coming behind.
Dr. Jabbar Obaidi.
Hi, how are you? Happy 4th, everybody.
Beautiful weather.
Beautiful weather.
Happy 4th, my friend. Great seeing you.
Of course, you can watch In Focus on BTV. Jabbar, a big part of the Mandela Fellowship this year, doing a great job taking them all throughout the community, followed by members of the BCCR.
Bridgewater Committee for Civil Rights with us, and we have a scout pack right behind them.
They were very smart. They brought umbrellas.
They did. We thought about it. But that's all right. Happy 4th.
But it's great to see a bunch of downpours, and nobody has a frown or sad look on their face at all. They're having a good time here.
It's hard to downpour today for sure, and hard to kill the bright spirits that are here. And you know, we've done a few Thanksgiving games in our days with a little bit of rain, and Veterans Day parade, and Memorial Day, and so it's kind of tradition here in Bridgewater.
More members of the fellowship coming in.
Interesting note with the Mandela Fellowship, John. These applicants who have come to our parade in the top 1% of the applicants here. So there were thousands of folks who applied to be part of that group, and these folks made it all different fields represented across Africa, and it's great to see them. And Bluestone Bank, one of our great sponsors here.
Located right here in the center of town, also down in Scotland Boulevard.
And Bluestone every year sponsors a great marching band right behind them. We can enjoy some of those tunes.
Looks like we have the BR cheerleading squad coming into the square now. Obviously a national contender each and every year, a very talented group.
They do a fantastic job, and I know they're excited to be out here today and keeping the crowd spirits up, which is great. The Bridgewater Girls Softball League, the Thunderbirds, right behind them.
Thunderbirds, almost thunderstorm.
Don't jinx us.
So I will say, just a couple of minutes before we went on air, you did tell us, why are we putting rain covers on everything? And about 20 minutes later, it's like,
well, here's the problem. If you put rain covers on, it rains. We kind of egged it on, but that's all right. Hey, this will make you feel old here, John. We have the Road to Kindergarten class of 2036 here. You think either one of you or I will be around here in 2036? What do you think?
We probably will be. I mean, I'm on, 15 years?
Okay. We'll still be here standing on this road.
Hanging out in the rain.
Will our microphones still work is the question. We'll find out. They got quite a bit of a contingency here.
I mean, to think about it, it's 2011? The Road to Kindergarten group would have been the seniors this year.
That's true. The years go by fast. always a fan favorite of the crowd, and they're up here getting soaked, and they could care less.
This is one of the bigger groups that we have here in Bridgewater, this Road to Kindergarten group. Usually it's about 4 or 5, sometimes 6 floats.
I think so, yeah. Right behind them, we have America's Little Angels who are here enjoying the parade route, walking along and having fun today. Our biggest fan of the day, Scott Curley, enjoying it.
He wanted no part of that interview with you.
No, sir. That's all right. He can enjoy the next 12 hours with us. We'll get him on eventually. How about the Daisy Troop with us here today? Troop number 64998. Very smart with a roofed vehicle. We could use that.
To continue burying you, we also were offered a 10 by 15 tent, to which somebody also declined that offer. But
we are in the elements, John. No better. I mean, you did invite 10,000 people out here, so this is kind of your fault. Hey, we also have a CERT team helping us out today along the route, keeping everybody safe, which is great to have. And now we get our contingent of Mustangs.
How's that script going over there?
I hate to ruin your day, John, but I don't think your script's quite going to make it.
There's about 20 minutes of work down the toilet. Happy 4th.
We appreciate your effort, though. You know, John, it could be worse. We could be lugging DJ equipment to the gazebo. Oh, never mind. That's later. That's all right.
It is worth noting that this is going to go on as scheduled here, starting at 4 o'clock at Legion Field. And fireworks still slated to go off at 9:30, so we are going to get this thing off either way, rain or shine. That's how we roll here in Bridgewater.
The hope is, this weather, as we mentioned earlier, will kind of move through here. It's actually a little ahead of schedule, just looking at the model data, so that could be a good thing. And, if you got to pick it one way or the other, but I think skies are already brightening here. So, again, this is actually, as much as this is getting us a little wet right now, this is helping the cause because it will do a number on those thunderstorms later. So, we'll do what we can do. Some very cool vehicles here, part of the Jeep Club, who, again, as we mentioned earlier, it's a great camaraderie, John, but it's also an opportunity. A lot of these folks do charity events and fundraisers during the course of the year, and it's a great way for the club to come together, be a part of the community, and they've been growing each and every year, which is fantastic.
Gotta say, this is one of the better Jeeps coming up here in front of us. The spotlight's
Very
going.
nice. Yeah, very nice. quite a number of Jeeps here coming through.
I think last year we approached 20 or maybe just over it. So Jeff, you've driven in the parade. I'd imagine it's pretty cool coming into Central Square and seeing people 5-6 rows deep as you're kind of driving through and having a good day.
It really is. It makes it all worth it. All the fundraising efforts and putting everything together to see all the smiles and really the community come together. It's been a long tradition here in Bridgewater. You know, back in the day, a lot of the historians will remember old school that we had a town meeting government in Bridgewater, and some of those meetings got a little on the contentious side, if you will, in budget seasons. But every year, you know what, everybody kind of put their differences aside, came together, and in the 4th of July for a long time became an opportunity for healing in the town, setting everybody up for the summer and into the next season. So it's had a great tradition for a long time. Another great tradition coming right by us now, the Osamakun Women's Club, who does a fantastic job and a lot of charity and fundraising events throughout the year.
In the past, they've put a couple of wreaths on the small house, I think we'll call it.
Yep, sure.
Down in the end of Central Square by Lucky Star gas station. I think they call that, what, Little Common?
Yep, absolutely. Was a police shed for many years back in the day.
They used to control the stoplights there,
They
right?
did, yes.
Here comes one of the most successful youth football programs in the state, and almost you could even say the country as well. The Bridgewater Badgers, they were going on streaks and runs of Super Bowl contention, Super Bowl wins, and undefeated streaks that went up into the low 50s, which is ridiculous when you talk about youth football. And it just kind of illustrates what these kids learn, because it's a true pipeline. There are players at Bridgewater State that played for the Bridgewater Badgers youth football program.
Yeah, it's a great program. I know a lot of surrounding communities are envious of Bridgewater and the ability to really feed the program. And as you mentioned, they've many youth titles that have also transitioned to Super Bowl titles at the high school level.
So after we did that ride along, I have a new appreciation for these truck drivers. That turn from Dean to Worcester Street, how they didn't take a house out or a yard, I have no idea.
Yeah, you've definitely got to be an experienced driver for sure. It is a challenge.
We keep talking about a talented group of people. We had the Badgers. We now have Julie's Studio of Dance. Multiple dance floors. I believe there's one that's even 2,000 square feet.
That's right, yeah. Julie's Studio Dance, a long tradition, and you see their competition team here up front, and they've just came back winning some awards recently, as a matter of fact. Boys from all over the communities. Always a good representation here in Bridgewater, and they've done a fantastic job every year.
You talked about the Veterans Day parades. They're typically a staple at the Tri-Town Veterans Day parades.
That's right. Bridgewater Youth Hockey coming right behind them, another award-winning program. Some of the best amateur hockey programs in the state are right in this area. And every year showing that talent.
Here comes a shopping cart with a bunch of random stuff that, talking about the floats here.
And they're going to have some customers, which is great. Again, all of these vendors, the vendors you see along the parade route as well, support the Bridgewater 4th of July event. They support the fireworks and a lot of the proceeds, which is great. John, you'll be happy and excited to know there's an aerial flood watch in effect now as we enjoy the parade routes.
Not as happy as Al Lacerda's going to be our cameraman who rode here with you, as the front passenger seat window is currently open.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be a nice ride back for him. May want to give him an extra towel. But I don't think it
Working
really
the
matters
elements.
at this point. Maybe questioning his decisions this morning, but here comes Miss Lulu's Prom Closet, who offers dresses at a low, low rate that really helps girls and women really enjoy their night, because Dresses are really expensive, especially when you talk about prom and wedding dresses.
Yeah, it's a fantastic program, and we want to make prom night special for everybody, and that's a great way to do it.
And I believe last January they actually had a bridal sale. They bought a bunch of inventory from a store that was closing out, and they sold the dresses for deep discounts. Bridesmaids dresses for as low as $20, which is great to see. Great to see people helping people.
Fantastic opportunity. Speaking of people helping people, we got Black Hat Brew Works right here in front of us. They do a great job partnering up with many charities during the course of the year, and great place to stop by too.
So I'm going to head out here and talk to a member of the BSU Civil Air Patrol. Happy 4th of July.
Hi, happy 4th.
Great to see our cameraman Tony pulled you over to talk to us. Talk to me about walking in the parade, a great chance for people to see you guys and give you guys thanks and praise for what you guys do.
We're so excited to support Bridgewater and Civil Air Patrol. We have a cadet program and adult membership, and we help kids 12 and up. And we explore aerospace and leadership, as well as fitness and community service.
And quickly, for people who want to know more about Civil Air Patrol, what you guys do, what's the best way to reach out?
You can look up Civil Air Patrol and find the Bridgewater State University Composite Squadron, and we'd be happy to get back to you, and we are always welcoming new members.
All right, happy 4th of July. Thank you very much. Another group of people that walk down here with smiles on their face and kind enough to take a few minutes to talk to us.
Civil Air Patrol is a wonderful program. Again, volunteers as well, and they're always there when we need them, which is great, fantastic. Well, while we were doing that interview, John, we had our new comic store come by, which is a great place to check out.
Steve's Comics, I believe they have a retro arcade room that has Miss Pac-Man, which that's right up there with that spinning wheel that has the ticket prizes.
Okay.
I'm good at that one.
There may be a competition in the future.
We could get the BTV Olympics going.
I like this idea. Speaking of another successful youth sports program, we have Bridgewater Little League Baseball. Some of these kids still playing in some tournaments as we go through the summer. Always very successful teams.
Not that really matters at this point. The spray guns are going off the float.
Mike's Quality Auto Repair coming by, and our friends of the Bridgewater Business Association, always a great participant in town. And right behind them, we have the Bridgewater Lions Club. They're gearing up for a very busy week, John, hosting the International Convention coming up in Boston. Some of our Lions already there. Preparations underway. They're at this parade today. They've got a much larger parade coming up in the city of Boston later on this week.
Here comes Central Square, followed by Hanson Farm, and a BTV board member helping Hanson Farm out with their float and the music soundtrack that we're going to hear.
That's right. Great. Some great patriotic tunes.
Nice retro van right there.
Yeah, part of the Volkswagen Club that's now coming through. A lot of awesome vehicles that we see coming in front of us. Nice to see these cars still up in operation.
So we saw Central Square going by a little while ago. Paul Holmes, who's on our BTV board of directors, does a great job coordinating those video productions. I mean, I put that right up there with anything you see on EWTN, any one of those religious networks.
Yeah, it's also, I believe, the longest running program over probably close to 30 years now running. And Paul Holmes starting out as part of the Good News team, the God Squad, and keeping it going with Central Square. And you're right, it's great for all of our churches in town to be a part of the programming, and we enjoy working with them.
Here comes the Bridgewater Cares Transit, a new mode of transportation for a lot of people here in town that can't get around too easily. A partnership that was offered up, I believe, $3 for a trip, and you can download the app anywhere that you get your apps, so any app store, Bridgewater Cares Transit.
That's a great program. Tommy and Rigi partnering with the Bridgewater Senior Center, and they really do a nice job with that. And right on cue, John, as the rain is winding down, looks like so are we.
Yeah, Jeff, this shirt's a little more wet than it was before.
It is. I think we're reversed now, so the graphics people are probably yelling at us in the truck. But
I mean, the graphics people in the truck is the driest people in the truck, so that kind of does make sense.
That's fair.
Well,
for clarification, you're John, and I'm Jeff.
Yep.
All right.
I'm John, this is Uncle Sam.
That's right, yeah.
So another parade commences here, and we mentioned before, we'll mention again, Legion Field, everything's still going to go on as is. Carnival, or the Kids Carnival starts at 4 o'clock. It's going to be a party atmosphere until 9:30 when we have the live performances, and we shoot off one of the biggest pyrotechnic displays in the state of Massachusetts.
We do. It's a great time. If anything changes very last minute, check out our Facebook page, but the explosives, my understanding, are in the ground now, and they do have to go up one way or the other. There's really no safe way to leave them there, so all plans are a go.
So we do have to thank our crew here that hung out with us in the rain. Our director, Mike Moriello. We have Tony Esposito on the handheld camera. Al Lacerda, who's been manning the camera, fighting the raindrops and getting the images through the people. And as always, Paul Holmes as well. Come on down to BTV. We have a number of great volunteer opportunities, and we've started a lot of careers at BTV and hope to continue doing that in the future.
For sure.
A line of strong thunderstorms passed through Bridgewater, delaying the start of the carnival at Legion Field, but that didn't damper the spirits of thousands of people when the gates did open. From swings to jokers, a great night was had by all, and delicious food options were available as well. We have some special live performances, followed by one of the biggest pyrotechnic displays in the state.
This is our annual tradition. We are going to pass the program over to our friends at America's Little Angels. Take it away.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
High five, big flag.
There you go. Give it up for our friends at America's Little Angels. Very nicely done.
And performing the national anthem, here's Denise Caratazola.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.